Okay. Hey, welcome to our awkward book review. Since you're here, I'm assuming that you want to know about a book that we're reviewing because somewhere up there at the top it says awkward book review, and we're awkward, and this is a book, and I'm going to review it. And it's called The Every Boy, and it's by Dana Adam Shapiro. You want to tell them a little bit about what this book is about?
Sure. It's called The Every Boy because the dude's last name is Every. Henry is his first name. He's a 15-year-old kid that we find out right from the start. He's found dead. So, there's no spoilers there. Won't give a spoiler alert because
says
on the back, dead. First page, dead. So it won't be a surprise.
Main character, dead as a doornail.
Not having a good day. But based on that, or where it starts, you then also find out he's been writing these just tons of like a journal basically that he's been keeping, which his father finds and starts reading through some of those. So it kind of bounces between kind of his father and what he's going with, him and his family, and dealing with the death of Henry, while it's also going back in time and then following through either journal entries or just outright narration of some of the things Henry was up to about the year and a half-ish before he died.
And it's funny because his dad is learning about Henry's identity through his journal entries, but his journal entries are all about Henry trying to find his identity because Henry felt lost in the world. So this is all about identity, not just Henry's, but his father's, his mother's, some of his friends, some of the classmates, his grandmother. It's a deep look into who people are, what they do to feel comfortable in their own skin, and kind of that search for trying to find out who they are, while also how they look at other people and how they identify with them and how they categorize them as well.
And the way Shapiro is able to do that is he does write in an omniscience narration, which is rare, not only for most books these days, but especially in YA, but it couldn't have been written any other way, so I guess it's one of those things where he definitely thought about the point of view and how it had to be in omniscient rather than just be like, I like to write first person, so it's going to be in first person. It's not always the case, but you can tell he put some thought into it. I don't think he always handled it well in terms of jumping from head to head of the different characters, but you really need that different point of view of what each person thinks, what they're experiencing, because that ultimately ties into the whole identity. That we kind of talked about, this one really isn't YA in terms of content, and because you do get a lot of these other people's perspectives, a lot of these older characters, things like that, but I guess it's one that you might have that wonderful term of it has crossover appeal.
Absolutely. It has some of the things that you would find maybe in upper YA, like adult situations, some language perhaps as well, so there's a word to the wise on that, but because it is through the eyes of a 15-year-old and it's done so well and it discusses other teens, we thought it's definitely worth giving it a shout out for.
It reminded me a lot of the works of Daniel Handler in terms of kind of stylistically. It's a little similar to that. Has that literature feel, I guess, maybe more so than the contemporary. So it's maybe flowery language that some people may or may not like. Works for me. I think it works for Holly. On the plus side, it's very darkly comical. So if dark humor is on your list of things as well, it's very, very amusing in many respects. But on top of that, it borderlines anywhere from maybe laughing to definitely heartbreaking, and just some wonderfully sweet moments peppered throughout as well. So.
Yes, but definitely dark humor. If you are looking for the feel-good book of the year, you should probably find another book review. Yeah, but it's but if you have that sick, sort of funny but kind of twisted and again awkward sense of humor like we do, you'll absolutely enjoy it.
That you will. So 3 awkward thumbs up, because I don't even know how that works.